Just a little rundown on how this game kind of works. You have, if you hit escape, you'll see the myself where you can use your public profile, you can view it, you can edit your profile, you can change your avatar, you can do all kinds of things in here, unlock emotes, dances, and stuff like that. Under players, you can view all players online, nearby players, your buddy list, members of your club. You can view how many Horsile 3 stars you get, what rank you're at. I'm in 7th right now. Let's see here. You can view your weekly challenges, all of your horses, your ranch. You can view how many parcels you have and their headings and quick travel to them. Here's your clubhouse, the club profile, list of all members and everything like that. If you're trying to find a specific club, you can list all known clubs under the alphabetical order, or you can do it by distance or the biome. Say you're looking for the dark forest, or like you're looking for a snow area, you can scroll all the way down to the S's. I went a little bit too far, I think. Maybe not. So you want a snowy mountain, then you would go to the club called Bimberton or Pemberton. What else here? Sorry if I say a lot. It's a habit. My whole family does it. Courses, if you need to go to a main event, it's a free travel to any main event. Even if you come in last place, you will get 1,200, so 1,200. So definitely try to do the main events. The better you get, of course, the more gold dust you get. Here's your inventory to check out, your clothings, the dye, the white, the horse tack, your treats, all your material, or you can just click all items and scroll down everything. There's a few things right here that you can craft, but you got crafting stations as well. Your equipment. This is where you, as a new player, want to make sure that you get the lasso. The lasso is what's going to help you catch wilds. So you'll definitely want that. You definitely want to get a brush and a bucket after you get the lasso. And I'm trying to think. If you can't see at night and you need a torch, get a torch, but it does use wood, and wood and stone is required with your gold dust, sometimes essence, depending on what it is, to craft like your buildings and barns and breeding barn and other things like that. So I would definitely get the lasso, the brush, and the bucket first, and then you want horse sense. It is very good. It's a lifesaver, especially in dark places and caves and foggy areas where you can't see that very well. Right now I'm working on the glider. I have all of these from the horse cart up is what I have. You'll eventually want to get a map. It's very useful, I think, for myself. But there are a ton of other things down here to get. Then here's your quick travel. So whenever you travel to anywhere on the map, if you want to save it, then you would just go down here, you would buy an additional journal slot with essence, and then you would type in the area that you're at or whatever that makes you know that area that you were at, and then you would just save it. And then that's why I have so many right here. But there's a lot more people that have way more than I do. You will sometimes get this pop up where it says you're sleepy because hungry, blah blah blah. All it is it's wanting to make sure that you're there, and it does give you energy and everything. So let's see. I might be going a little bit too fast here, but then the shop, you can purchase mobia. You can purchase mobia to buy a month membership, a year membership, or whatever. You don't have to purchase mobia with real cash at all. This is a free game, but that's at your discretion. If you're underage, make sure you have permission to do so. I don't condone doing any of this kind of stuff without a parent's permission unless you're an adult yourself. But yeah, there's a lot of goodies here, and it's pretty self-explanatory if you sit down and read them. Like this gem right here causes a horse to age 3 times faster. Say you have a foal that you want to become an adult so you can breed them or ride them in general. You would put this gem on them to make the time go faster. Say there's a horse that's really old, in their 20s, and you don't want them to die, or you don't want to sell it but you still want to keep it. You can prevent a horse from aging. If you have a horse that's pregnant and you want that pregnancy to go faster, to get that foal faster, then you would get this gem. It causes the mare to foal 3 times faster. So there's a lot of things here that's self-explanatory. Okay, moving on. Settings. You can turn down the volumes and everything here. I have my graphics on high right now. I used to have it on awesome, but since I have the horse sense, I don't really need it on awesome. You can change the mouse sensitivity if you're a lefty, motion sickness, camera. So there's things here that you can change, but before you load this game up, there are things that you can change beforehand as well. So pay attention to that. Here you can mute. Looks like a little monkey that pops up when it's muted. You can mute the game. That's the X out. Here's the help center. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so I'm at my club right now, and it's kind of hard to see, but if you do get in a club, what you will do is they will have a spot that's opened up for you. There should be a spot over here. Okay, so there would be like a platform like this that's opened up for you, and you would click it and you would create your own shop. It costs 10,000 and then 1,000 I think after that. So about 11,000 gold dust. And the gold dust is right here. You earn that in the game by doing races, selling your wilds. Let me get out of that. Selling your wilds, selling stuff in your shop, wood and stone. There's so many other ways. Finding gold buckets and all kinds of stuff. Essences is what I'll show you here in a bit. That's glowy. You pick them up throughout the map and stuff that you will be collecting, and that's your mobia, the one that costs $1 for 100. So like if you pay $5, you get 500 mobia, $10, 1,000, and so on and so on. Now, whenever you do have the map and say you want to go to a marking, you'll see a red X on the map, but you also will see this yellow looking box up here on your map icon up to the right hand side. The top right hand side kind of shows you the direction to go to get to that spot. Anytime an anomaly pops up and you say yes to it, you will see a yellow looking box appear at the upper right hand corner of your map that kind of guides you in the direction of the anomaly. The anomaly you want to try to go to every time if possible. You can ask for a party invite. You can even quick travel to the people in your party, which makes it really easy and nice if you can't ride there yourself. And what the anomaly does, it's like a sparkly thing that floats in the air. It'll move, and then you'll get a bunch of essences and other things sometimes, which is very beneficial. So yeah, you can move this around. Say I want to go over here. You'll see the yellow thing up in the right hand corner by the map, moving around because it's kind of like a guide. Once the map is gone, it's still there. It's like a guide in the direction that you want to go. This is my store right here, since I built it. And I have 900 wood, 10 super feeds, and a stud that I am breeding right now. I've managed to get 28,216 by selling my stone and wood and all that. Now, if you want to add something, you can just click item and then scroll down in your list to add it. If you want to just put a stud in here for breeding only, where they have to pay you just to breed off of you, then you would click on stud and find your male in here that you want to place. It's kind of self-explanatory. It's not hard. There is taxes, so I put my wood at 66, but when you go to my shop, it's literally at 70. So you just have to play around with it a bit. Okay. Over here, it looks like a hammer. This is the auction house. This is where you can find all kinds of horses that people put up for bid, and you can bid on them. You can look at them, preview them, see if they're, you know, speed, mile per hour, genetics, turning speed, sprint boost, stamina drop, and then you want to look at the personality. You want at least everything to be 50 and up. If there's one that's a little bit below 50, then that's okay, just as long as it's not a lot. But it's not a bad looking horse. Okay, and then if you get into a club or you don't get into a club, you want to go to a club at least and go to the one that looks like it has a book, I believe. Yeah. Then you want to go to tombs worthy of study and specialization. Click on view. You should at least have one if you're not a member. If you paid for a membership, then you should have two. If you want to sell horses for more money at the traders, which later we'll get involved in that, you want to do the horse trader. I went with horse trader, then on my second one I went with traveling because I travel all over the place, and once it's gone you can't travel no more. You'll see up here the quick travel. Once your juice is gone, that's it. And then energy, because I collect stone and wood a lot, I wanted to save on energy, so that won't come into effect for 25 hours. Once you pick anything in here, it takes like 40 something hours before it comes into effect. So try to pick wisely so you don't have to keep repicking, because it takes 40 something hours every time you go to click or change to something else. But you can go down the list of that. Now when you're training a horse, if you want the horse to be faster in speed or anything like that, you want to click on your horse, go to edit profile, and under where it says competition status, you want to put it in training so it shows up in these buildings that I'm fixing to show you. Under selling status, if you do not want to sell your horse, make sure you put it on not selling out or never selling. If you don't mind if you sell it later, then you could put it on the other ones, but for now we're just doing this. Now say I want to train Amazing Grace and Intel. I would go up to it, I would find her name in the list because it's only going to show the ones where you did the training on them on the drop down arrow. It's going to show all of the horses that you're training in here. She's already maxed in intelligence, but you would be paying 1,000 each training per, and that's gold dust. So just make sure you keep an eye on your gold dust. There's strength. We have 4 at our club: intelligence, strength, endurance, and agility. Now the speed, I have to go to another club, which isn't bad, but you know. Okay, so let's go to my ranch real quick. Click on ranch and quick travel to your ranch once you've set it up. It's hard to see at night to show you, but I'll try to do my best. First, you're going to get a lot of wood, as much as you can, and stone on the ground. And how you get wood is you go up to wood, like a tree, and just hit E. E once or twice in order to collect it. Same thing goes for picking up stone that's on the ground, just pressing E constantly, unless you change it to a different key. So after all that's said and done, and you got enough wood and stone, you'll click on ranch. There we go. You'll click on manage your properties, and then you're going to unlock a parcel. So it'll say unlocking parcel, and then it'll tell you how much gold dust it's going to take, and then you'll click unlock and so forth. And then there'll be something else that comes up that will let you put down like a big yellow box on the ground. And if you hold your mouse button down, it will let you go ahead and purchase that land. Once you purchase that land, you'll go back into your ranch. You would click on the build a ranch structure, and then you'll have way more than I do right now. I'm not going to pay $12,000 for a next item, but you'll have your home, your breeding barn, your barns, your pasture stuff. You'll have so much more in here. And if you want to purchase something, you'll just click on either classic or normal, see which one is cheaper, and then you would just click build, and then it would bring up an item to place wherever you want. Okay? Now, you definitely want your house first. Then you want your water tower, which is this right here. And then you want your shed, your hay shed. And then you want to put your hay bales down, because these collect hay, and that's how you feed your horse. And once they get really big, you collect them, and then you can place them in your hay shed. After that, you'll want to get barns. The barns, however many barns you have, will decide how many horses that you can have in your horse's button icon thingy up there. I have 181 total barn spots, and I have 141 horses currently on me, plus 4 foals. I think each barn can hold 3 horses, I think. Now you can make different parcels. Once it starts getting up to where it costs more to keep putting barns down and items down at a parcel like this, like land, you can move to a different area like I did, and then repurchase another parcel, and then that big yellow box will pop up, and then you claim that land, and then you just start putting more stuff down. So I have pastures out to put my pregnant mares. And then over here I did another one. Because once it starts getting up in them thousands and thousands, I just make another one. More barns. I have my storage. Now the storage right here, what it does, it allows you to carry more wood and more stone. Instead of 500 wood and 500 stone, I could carry like 1,000 something on me. You don't really need more than, like, I would say 4 storage bins, to be honest, because your energy level will go out so quick anyway. And you need energy. It takes your energy every time you pick up wood and stone. And whenever you craft anything from your workstations, like the furnace over here, you want to put your furnace out. You'll want to put your workshop out and your textile shop. Because every time you go to craft items, it takes your focus. So say I want it to come to the workshop and craft me English tack. Well, each time it's going to, take my focus. And this is iron bars. Iron bars come from over here. You'll learn different things as you start playing. Then, if you want to make your own super feed and have your own food for your horses, you'll want to make a garden. You might not need this many. I might as well collect these. Hit X to take your horse away. F to ride your horse. F to get off of your horse. Uh-oh. Hold on. It's invisible. F to get back on your horse. F to get off your horse. You can left click it. You can mount, profile, feed, treat, pet, put away. To groom, you can either go up to equipment and get your brush out like that, or you can do the shortcut key, which is G to groom. Your bucket to give it a drink is B. Or you can go up here to the equipment and do it that way. Solely up to you. So now I'm going to go ahead and just grab all these because they're done. And you could just hit E on it. And then if you want to replant, you'll just left click and then plant whichever. And I'm going to do water because I have water in my bucket, so I'm just doing it real quick right now. Horses love pumpkins. Just so you know, it feeds them, it gets their hunger up really quickly. But I'm needing to plant other things right now for my super feed. So we're going to do that at the moment. Might need to get some more water out of my well here shortly. Yep. Okay, we'll just finish the rest. Okay. So in order to get more water, you can either go down to the lake, or if you have a water well placed, you can just fill all your buckets. I had purchased 10 buckets. You don't really need 10 buckets. You can just have one. One's fine enough until you get like a massive garden like this, and then okay, get some more water, just make sure they're all filled up. Or you can go to your club and there's a fountain there, and you can just click on it and it'll say fill bucket, and it fills all of it. But these are like little pasture areas to put your females when they're pregnant. You can make your own blankets. You can purchase your own blankets, like buying them from other people in their shop. You can do all kinds of fun things. Anytime I have a pregnant female, I just automatically untack it, put a blanket on it, and place it in one of those building pastures or the outdoor pastures, which is what these are right here. That's my little fella Bella. Yep, you can manage it. You can look at the profile of her. She's got 21 more real hours before she gives birth. So yeah, trying to think of anything else. Of course, these are my tree saps and everything. They collect sap. They're not ready right now, but later you'll get into that. It's a little bit more advanced instead of the beginning part. The website to Horse Isle 3 is explanatory. If you go to the help, you can look under the discussions of everything in there and it will tell you a lot. It's just really going to like clubs, the buildings and reading stuff and just going through everything and really reading it. They just came out with donkeys and mules that we can purchase, and you can also capture that you can breed. Of course, you can't breed the mules. Apparently, they're infertile or sterile or whatever. Um, but you can breed a donkey, with a donkey and make more babies, or a donkey with a quarter horse and make a mule. But once you make a mule, you can't breed that mule because it's infertile. But now you can do all kinds of different things. You can breed different horses with different horses and yada yada yada. Trying to think. Let me put my horse sense up. Okay. So I put my horse sense up and these sparkly things come out and it kind of guides you to the next horse. I'm going to hit L for lasso. I'm going to try and go ahead and get this horse right here. If it's a little further from me, I try to go a little bit further above its head. Oops. I didn't throw it right. There we go. You captured a wild. Now when you capture a wild, you'll look in your list and it will pop up with new and it'll place it in a rank. I've got mine under rank 9,000 and I named it Wild. Wild's called. Then you can look at it if you want. It's a very pretty, handsome stallion. It will tell you a little bit about it. It says its name is Nightmare. You can change that. It's totally up to you. He's 5.6 years old. He's a stallion. And he's a flaxen bright chestnut. And he is a little over 13 hands tall. Then if you look down, you'll see the genetics, which are low. Very low. He only does 15.1 mile per hour. His sprint boost is only 45%. Tells you his accelerate, decelerate, the jump power, the pull strength when it comes to like sleds or carts or whatever, the stride length, his turning speed, the reverse speed, his fear tolerance if he's fearful or brave, more brave. His stamina drop, the lower it is, the better for like long course type, like oh my god, I can't think, cross country type main events. His reaction time. Then it kind of tells you a little bit about his personality. This isn't bad, except he's a little on the lazy side, but that's doable. He can be worked with on that. But of course, I'm not going to keep on because I have way better. But if you wanted to breed him, his personality isn't really that bad, but his genetics, the performance metrics and stuff like that aren't great. So it would be totally up to you if you wanted to breed him just for color. Then you could keep him or whatever you wanted. but I will be placing him, you know, selling him to a trader. Now, when it comes to tradering your horses to get more money, I don't put my horses in the auction house, the wilds. What I do is I can go to a club that usually puts up a trader. That's usually Blood Ruby Knights or Sequoia. We'll go to Sequoia. Okay, and then you want to look at the profile, and it will tell you what trader, what club to go to. So if you're getting rid of a purebred, you would go to Outpost Club. If you're getting rid of a born in the barn, so one of your born in the barn foals or horses or whatever, you would go to this club. Breedables are where everybody mostly takes their wilds to, especially if they don't understand the personality traders. So if you don't understand the personality traders, just take all of your wilds to the breedables that are listed above, and you will get 1,050 gold dust every time. Only if you have the trader horse, the horse trader thing in the tombs checked that I showed you that takes like 40 something hours, then you will get the maxed amount. If not, then you only get like 700 or whatever. But then you have like a horse that's over 20 hands you can take here, or between 14 and 15 hands you can take there, under 10 hands you can take here. If he's older than 20 you can take there at Rhodes. It's kind of self-explanatory on the notable traders, but once you get down to the personality traders, it gets a little bit more difficult until you have been playing a little while and get a better concept of it. So I'm not going to go into that. But then you have purebreds down here. If you have an Alcatique younger than 7, you can make between 3,700 and 5,550, depending on that tomb thing that I was talking about. You could go to that club. An Arabian that has easygoing 80. An easygoing 80 means, like, say you have a horse here and you look at easygoing right here. This one wouldn't make it only because it's 76%. If it was 80 and up, it would make it on that if it was a purebred. I know I'm going really quickly with this video right now because I'm trying to like get everything in all at once. Or as much as I can in all at once. Let's just put it that way. Yeah. Okay, so that was an essence that I picked up right there. I'll try to find another one. My horse sense is going off, so I'm trying to find this horse real quick. Up across the river, and most horses do not like to go across rivers, so you'll see me jump. My horse is going to throw me off. That's always nice. I could use my kayak since I have one. Oh, I gotta hit Q to wake up. Okay. Oh, that's why. I still have my lasso out. Okay. Get my lasso out. Okay, got that one. Okay, now these are essences right here. If I scoot up any closer, it's going to try to come to me. But they're just glowy, little floaty things, and you can hear them if you have your volume on. You can hear them around you. And if you look, I have, right now, I have 6,687. When I go up to it, now I have 6,690. 6690, and then this one 6693, so it gives you 3 each, and that is what helps you buy your equipment. So like the say the diving bell, if I wanted the diving bell, it would cost 2,500 essence, just regular essence right here. But then it would cost me 250 Savannah essence. So that's what I'm talking about, the map going in different areas and different places, because I would have to get Savannah. So if you look on the list right now under Badlands, I have Savannah, but I have 1,575. So I have 1,575 already. I would definitely be able to get it if I wanted it. Trying to think of anything else. Okay, yeah. So in this game, you also have like little puzzles and games to play and all this stuff. And you'll see like some of these right here, they're just Scrabble words, and you just, let me get off my horse for a minute, just show you a little bit better. So you're trying to create a word, and if you know that word, then you would just click on the next one that would be after the R, since the R is in the right spot that I want it to be right now. And then you would click on the next letter that you would want to scoot over, then the next letter that you would want to scoot over, next to the A, and then and see, you get essences and all kinds of goodies there. So let's see, we'll go over to this one. I might have done some of these already. Yeah, I did this one. It's got the star. But you'll get those, and then you'll get like these, looks like a pole with a box on it, and if you click it, you have math, it have like different things and stuff like that. You just go around and doing them, figuring it out, and you'll get gold, essences, and all kinds of goodies while doing it. So you can collect your gold dust that way as well. I wish there was something more I can tell you right now. I can't really think other than I feel like I said a lot in a short amount of time and I'm kind of out of breath, but anyways, I will try to do more videos of this. Maybe it'll help you guys. I'm not sure, but I hope you like this video, and leave me a comment down below. Give me a like or a thumbs down. It doesn't matter. If you didn't like it, you didn't like it, you know? Not everybody's gonna like everything. But I hope you have a great day or evening, and I will talk to you later. Bye.
You know my tears are cold, shades of whiskeys and beer.